Okay. This is my first ever video, so what basically I'm doing is a journey, I'm back I'm back testing 30 trades to refine my edge in the market so that basically what I want to do is just back test 30 trades so that I have my model glued to back of my head so that every time I come into the market I know what I'm looking for, yeah. But anyways, that's it. So this is the first two trades I'm doing. So we got 27, no, 28 remaining. Yeah, my bad. I'm not good at math. Anyways, I'm gonna break down for you guys how I got two 6 RI trades in one day. This is for London and this is for New York. Basically six, yeah. Okay, we are definitely not gonna start from here. We're gonna start from the monthly. Okay, as you guys can see on the monthly, what are we doing? We are bearish. Okay, that's good. That's out of the way. And we're creating higher high, lower lows and lower highs, lower low, lower high, lower low. Now we have this lower high that led to this overall lower low, breaking the last low, which is going to be a break of structure. And then we have this supply zone. Price came back, mitigated from the supply zone. Well, I wouldn't call this a healthy retracement, although it is, but I was hoping for more like above here from this order block, to take out this liquidity. But for now, all we know is price came in, mitigated, and then went down, yeah? So what are we going to look for? We're going to look for souls, of course. Now, if we come back to the daily, as you can see, price mitigated, and then price just dumped after mitigating. So we had a clear market structure before this was going trend. So we have higher highs, high lows, high low, high, breaking this high. This is a breaker structure. Then we have the last, this is our last low we have, and this is the highest high we have in the market right now. So let's say in maybe a couple days, price is gonna come back here, and then maybe we might look for buy until the zone I showed you guys, until the area where the price is going to take the liquidity out. So what are we going to do? We look for our demand zone for more discounted zone. So this is the last low and this is the last high. So we're going to take this put above here. So what do we have? We have a clear find order block down here. Just going to mark that out. And then even though if we have this order block, we have this week, as you guys can see, we might use this as a liquidity to fall when price comes back down here, and uses this, it's gonna fall the price, we're gonna fall the market to go up. So we're just gonna map that out too. Anyways, uh, let's get back to our trade, how we got the trade today, huh? So as you guys can see, we was going bullish, and then price mitigated that zone, roughly half of it, and then came back down. Now this is a clear market structure. This is a high that led to this low. Didn't break anything. Now we have this is the lowest low we have, and this is the highest high we did have. Price came back to this high, going back down, creating a change of character, as you guys can see. And then now this is where we correlate with the daily to the 4 hour. Now if we go back to the 4 hour, why do we have this demand zone? Is because the daily time frame, what did we have there? Oh yeah, this is just an inducement. This is SMT for early buyers to trap them so the market can collect liquidity. Let's go, let's jump back to the 4 hour. As you can see, to the change of character, price came back to a more premium zone and then dumped back down. Okay, great stuff, great stuff. Now we go back to the 1 hour. Now we're not gonna look for anything back here. What do we look for? From this high to this low. This is where we look for our intraday trade. Right, what do we have here? A clear market structure. Again, as you guys can see, if the price mitigated that 4 hour supply zone, price is just dumping back down. Now we have high highs, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, breaking this low, last low, which gives us a change of character. Now we have a supply zone. When price gives you a change of character, it leaves a supply zone or demand zone, a strong demand zone or strong supply zone. Now that's what it left here. Not really refined, as you can see, it got wicked out. If if we drop down, if we scale in, you can see it didn't wick out. It's just to chop early buyers in the market, you know. Now, as you guys can see, price after creating change of character, price came back up, didn't break this high, but induced it, leaving us with a SMT zone, which is early buyers trap. Right? If price would have come back down here, buyers would have taken position here, from here to maybe TP somewhere here. What they don't know is how to find liquidity, something like this, how where SMC traps early buyers or early sellers to collect liquidity in the market. Once we're done with the 1 hour, we go back to the 4 hours. We go back to we scale in, we drop down to the 15 minute. Now, as you guys can see, let me just replay this so that you guys can get the satisfaction too of these two trades. Now we have after the SMT price went back up, breaking this high. Now this is a change of character. Price would have come back down to this demand zone. People would have taken another buy, thinking price is gonna go back up. But what they don't really know is this is an SMT, it's a smart money trap. Price came up, went back down, consolidated through the zone, and then boom, as you can see, look structure, because we already had a change of character somewhere, yep, somewhere up here. Now this is a change of, this is a breaker structure. Now after that, what do we look for? What do we look for? That means we're clearly going down until the demand zone I showed you guys, somewhere far back down here. Yeah. Alright. After we have this, after the breaker structure, we're gonna take again our fib tool from this high to this low, and then we look for more premium zone to sell off and see where price reacted from. So this is the 50%, the red. Anything above the 50% is a good one. Is a good retracement. It's gonna give us a good entry zones. Now we have this order block, I think in the 30 minutes or 1 hour. Yeah, on the 1 hour. But you can see it much better in the 45. In the, yeah, basically you can see it. Anyways, if we go back to the 15 minute, we're gonna take that out. And then, as you guys can see, price after mitigating this high, the supply zone, we have this high, the last high that led to the low, failed to create a new high, came back down, left what? This is where we find our intraday trades now. This was the lowest low we had in the market before price was going up, and then failed to create a new high, came back down, giving us a break structure. Now again, we're going to take our fib 2 from the high to the low. This is the last low we had. Okay, that's not the last low. We're gonna go with this low. Okay, 0.5 is here. This is 50%. Anything from 50% and above, that's a good discount premium zone. Now we had a good order block somewhere here. Yeah, we had this. I just marked out the whole zone just to simplify things. Okay, let's play price now. This is Asia. This is high, yesterday's structure. That's Asia, that's our liquidity. Now we wait for London session. London session. Let's ask ourselves again, why is price kicking off back from down there? Okay, great, great. As you can see, we have a change of character here, which leaves us with this demand zone. Honestly, I would have taken this trade. It's just I didn't see it. And then we have this low that's gonna give us a medium inducement. It's gonna give us more fuel for price to kick back up until this supply zone. We have liquidity from Asia low, liquidity from this low, liquidity from this low. Now let's drop down to the 1 minute and see if we have anything. Okay, some people might have taken aggressive entry, after somewhere here, then stop loss down here. This is huge stop loss. I would have taken that risk. I would have just waited for more probable setup, like the one I have above here. We just sit back and watch, as price goes back up. As you can see, he's going back up. Asia high induced. Yes, yesterday's structural high induced too. And then we have this consolidating. It's a bit consolidating zone, as you guys can see. Okay, let's go back to the 5 minute. Price is coming back to our premium zone. Let's see. Price came in, wicked, and then just started dumping. As you guys can see, it wicked with a small wick. Now price just goes back down. Creating a trend line. For those retail traders to enter the market and then stopping them out. Now this is a break and retest. Let's see. Okay, now that is a healthy inducement. Price came in, induced this, which had the full, this has the liquidity to push down, but it was not enough. So price came back up, induced it more. Now it has more fuel, it has more liquidity, push back down. And then Besides that, we have a trend line here for traders, for retail traders who have their stop losses below somewhere here. Like, that's gonna give us more liquidity to push price back down. Okay, let's play price. As you guys can see, boom, 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 boom. Let's go to the 3 minute. If this was a live trading, I would have taken my partials 1:3. Usually, how I take my partials is I'm gonna set up my trade and then I'm gonna put my stop loss and TP and then I'm gonna take the fib tool and then I'm gonna place it from where I entered to the TP zone. Yeah, it's somewhere here. But sometimes I do that, and sometimes what I do is instead of placing from where I entered, I'm gonna place it where the stop loss is. Yeah, basically you kind of get it. Well, sometimes if I don't do that too, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take 1:3, normal 1:3. So this is, I guess this is a normal 1:3 ratio. This is my partials, as you guys can see. And then boom, 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 trade out, this trade hit our TP. This was an SMT trap, two buys. Now that's London session trade. Now we come back to the New York session. Yes, our New York session started from here, from there. Okay, we look for from 2 to 5. That's where we look for trades in the New York session market. Where's 5, 5, 5, 5? Good. As you can see, this trade hit our TP at the exact moment 5 reached. Anyways, I'm just gonna break down how I took this trade too. Let's see. Why I took this trade too is we have a clear market structure to the downside. We have this uh, impulsive candle to the downside. This is a huge, huge momentum to the downside. This is indicating that price wants to go back down. This is sells. Now you can see we have this break structure. If we take our fib tool from here to here, and then go back to the 1 minute. Yep, as you guys can see, we have order block somewhere here. Price came in, and then we have this little consolidation area. Took the high, took the low. The high has liquidity, the low has liquidity too. The low's been taken. Now we come back, take the high, and then this one out of, I put my TP. I didn't want to put my TP here because sometimes price retraces from somewhere here before hitting your TP. That's what I just realized from taking countless trades. So price will come back and then it's gonna retrace like 1 pip from your TP to hitting your TP. That's what I've realized. So that's why sometimes I would have set, I would set somewhere back from this low, or I'm gonna set from this low. So you're gonna see now what I'm talking about. Okay, that's my partials. Let me see how I took this partials too. That's not how I took it. And maybe this is the way that I took it. Yeah, basically. Nice. Let's continue. I see price hit my TP and then start retracing back from this. Most people would have put their TP somewhere here and then just wait. And then what will price do to them? Boom, as you can see. If I would have set my TP here, I would have got this trade. But if I would have set back here, as you can see, price is going to hit my TP now. Boom, again, even here too. If I would have set here too, price is going to hit my TP easily. So we're just going to go with this one. And it has the breakdown of how I got these two trades. Backtesting, London, New York, and New York session. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate. I'll just keep making more just to get the hang of trades, you know. Plus, I know some guys gonna make fun of my English, bro. My English is not good. English is not my first language, so I'm trying. I'm trying to speak English as fluent as I can. But you know, sometimes I miss some few words too. So don't judge me for that. And if anyone saw any mistake I did, any lessons I can learn from anyone, go ahead, drop down to the comment. I don't mind taking notes. I don't mind learning from people. It's gonna boost my trading path, yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. This is another trade. I'll just keep posting more trades like this so that people can learn too. And if you want, I just created a new Discord session, a new Discord server. At the moment there's no one in, so anyone who wants to join, I'll drop the link down below so you guys can join and then we can hopefully take trades from there. See you guys next time.